New York. New York State. All right, everybody. We got an interesting set of matches today. Feel free to ask plenty of lore questions. Yeah, low audience days. It'll be fine. The stream's live. Ooh. Oh, hello. Welcome to the booth.
So
I think neon green, purple with the orange and blue pants.
wait, we're doing Color Rush tonight? Or backward?
Turns out there is one person in this league doing a PT. Our weather for this game is rainy with no wind. I can set up the prediction, but it's the first game of the night. All right, let me go to mod view. Who will win? Aliens.
I think a purple team will win.
I think a purple. I'll give people 5 minutes to get their submission in. Just
I mean, a team with purple in their logo will win.
you know what? I'm partial to the Dragons. I hope they win. Who are the Venom playing this week? Let me check. Oh, the Venom are playing the Rush. They're about to be the best 3-3 team we've ever seen. Oh, Grimes is it by Gallon.
Ooh. Safety watch. Safety watch.
Mm. It was painful. It was painful. But the Dragons did have a very impressive early overtime victory themselves this season. Yeah. Real nail biters. But the Dragons are real nail biters, which is why I think this game will go to double overtime.
Oh, I forget it was infinite overtimes in the postseason or whatever. Wait, is it infinite in regular season too, or
It's always infinite. We don't believe in ties.
ah?
Not everyone can have the power of
I'm
winning in the
I'm
second
sorry.
half, but
I'm sorry. What'd you say about the Wallabies?
it was.
No one's in chat. This is surprising. Ah,
Look. All right, is this really going to be the whole stream?
God. 10-year flash. I Can you believe that that song was released 10 years ago?
Yes, that's outside of my
Get
frame of
low.
reference. I've almost certainly heard it. I just think it's outside of like we upload these even if no one watches them. They do. That's good. Good.
Wait.
So people watch the VODs on their own time. Maybe even like pop in, skip to their games. Like it makes sense. Oh my god, some people are predicting. Who's predicting? Tater.
Oh my God. I'm looking at the top songs of 2012. Jesus Christ. I'm having so much flashbacks to when I was 6 years old.
This is gonna be a weird stream. I can feel it.
What are those again, Phil?
This is gonna be a weird stream. I can feel it. We're starting off like we're already
Yep.
5 games in. What?
Some of them include "We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together," "Call Me Maybe," "Payphone," "Payphone." There's "Payphone," "We Are Young," "Mercy" by Kanye. Sorry, Yay. "Starships" by Nicki Minaj. "Diamonds," Rihanna. "Diamonds." Uh, "Ho Hey," the Lumineers. Yet another one by Maroon. Wait, "Born in the USA" is an anti-American song? Oh, we just listened to the music. Oh, also, "Glad You Came" was released this year. I remember that song. "The Wanted." That was a good song until I realized what it was really about.
Did we're a fun band.
Justin Bieber had "Boyfriend" and "As Long as You Love Me."
As long as you love me will always and forever be a Backstreet Boys song, and I will fight
Tater,
people.
I would recommend you go to genius.com and look up Glad You Can by The Wanted. I can't say it on stream. Let's just say it's not, it's a double meaning.
It's got an innuendo, Tater.
Innuendo.
Because no other songs, and she scurries off, because no other songs have innuendos. Like Chuck Berry's only #1 hit, My Ding-a-Ling. And that's a sack. Denver's defense coming alive. Brutus Maximus VII. Sick. Grimes fumbles, but Espolone recovers. All right, it's second quarter, 2-minute warning, and Dragons up 7. Now, I feel like they started their drive well last time and then all of a sudden died. So we'll see what happens here as it's 7-0.
Oh my god, I forgot this song came out in 2012. Gangnam Style.
Yeah, it's also one of the highest viewed videos on YouTube. Yeah, it makes sense that all these songs came out in 2012 because I was a DJ for my fraternity that year. And Adonis King over the middle and first down.
Gangnam Style is currently number 11 on the most viewed YouTube video of all time.
Yeah, makes sense. People don't watch it as much anymore. Will Turner gets a short gain. Over under football. Dust is asking the real question. Yeah, okay, is that an interesting life? I can tell you stories. I'm not sure my life has been that interesting though. It's been fairly dull, but it has moments. And that one's incomplete. Phil, what are you thinking for the chances of each of these teams as we are in the last seconds of the first half?
What?
How do you think each of these teams is doing at the end of the first half? As Vent is going to make it a 2-score game.
It feels like the Aliens' defense has ultimately held up fairly well. Their offense has just been a bit of a non-starter. They're having trouble keeping the linebackers,
Phil.
and that's really costing them on a few bits. And it's high winds, dude. Can't be missing those extra points. That means Roswell could take the lead off of 2 possessions.
Just a reminder, what this means is that whoever wins this game, going forward, will now always wear purple when these two teams meet, until the winning team is defeated. Because I forgot who won last time. Grimes back to pass. I think it was Denver, though. But Odion Muldoon will get this sack. The 6-2 comes in clutch. All right. Tater's calling for threes in chat. Let's see. All right, they get back to the 10. Chuck Finn's kick is actually better in some ways, worse in others. And I do love that that's one of the things with like kick power and sort of how the meta has not really changed, but kind of been how teams have built a strategy. My hairstylist. It's her little kid. It's cute.
We can still hear the whisper.
Yeah, I know.
In fact, we can hear the whispering as clearly as the regular speech.
I know. But anyway, she showed me a picture of her hairstylist as a kid. Beeman back to pass. Vent to the house!
Oh.
Denver's offense is showing up. think Denver is giving teams a head start to try and stop them in terms of their record, but they have come to life these last couple of games. Although the Venom, so maybe not. And Taba Tabai with a short game. Grimes, just, yeah. But so anyway, so talking about strategy, like with the kickoff return, I've seen like a lot more aggressive defenses have actually sometimes not had the kick power, and then you have the twisters that have. It's just an interesting split. I think the Silver Eagles have finally abandoned the kickoff return in favor of just longer kicks. Ham will get this one. Roswell's offense is not doing a thing, though. And this is going to be a punt for a touchback.
I mean, the Dragons just need to hold them. Their defense has been solid.
The short kick is absolutely greater than the touchback, Tater. Don't get me wrong, Schofield will get the sack. What I'd argue, though, is that the short kick doesn't always help, though, when you need to score those extra 3 points. It's kind of a give and a take. And it's a pick here.
Are teams allowed to have a different player at punter than kicker?
They are, but it wouldn't matter for kickoffs.
Okay, but what about for trying to get coffin corners?
Derek
Theoretically,
Wildstar
for a
gets the sack.
high-powered offensive team, in some situations, it would be better to have a mediocre punter.
That's true. By the way, I realize I have a depth chart position wrong, so I'm going to fix things.
Tater can't see this. It's fine.
Tater, you have Jonathan Salami Lid gets touchdown. You have actually Tater's here. Tater, you have Jonathan Johnson on your depth chart. He plays for the Aliens though, and I just remembered as he got the pick, as Roswell has 7 on the board.
I know TLK. I was saying Tater because Tater is like the only person talking.
Right. Well, also he's the GM. So
Yeah.
how do you want to revise your DBs? Just while I've got you here. Because obviously I don't think you want a Botterman at DB1.
Oh, should have bomb-ass Shepherd's Pie.
Actually, who are the Twisters playing?
I believe the Twisters are playing the Hammerheads, or...
Hammerheads are the Knights.
Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, I think it's the Knights.
Tater, we're putting Botterman at deep. We're moving everyone up one position to putting Botterman at dime, as
Yeah,
Rambo is going to get another pick.
Oh, God. The Aliens still have a shot.
Aliens do. They've come alive in this second half. Clifford Wilson with a good game, get him 8. That works. Cool.
Will the Aliens have 2 narrow comeback losses in a row?
I don't know.
I am upset that we lost Jonathan Johnson shoot.
I should have caught it earlier. Yeah. Brutus Maximus gets tackle for a loss. What do you think, Phil? Aliens have come alive. We're in the 4th quarter. You know what? Let's do it. 4's in chat.
All right, we're desperate.
I don't think we're desperate. Look, I have no expectations going into my Friday streams. We've had 2 seasons of no Fridays. Fridays were never good to begin with, but now it's like people aren't even used to them anymore. It's like our Saturday streams. It's just going to take a little bit of time of getting people in the habit of them. And I'm okay with that.
This is my premier role on commentary. Availability.
That one's incomplete. And Dave's here.
Welcome.
Dave,
Oh,
I know
I'm
it
good
looks
there.
grim, but it has started off much more grim than it was. Gonna have to step away.
Tater has to leave.
Well, Tater, if soon is under... Chuck Finn's gonna make it a 10-point game. You've been here, okay. If soon as after is one game from now, you will have at least seen the Twisters play. If not, yeah. How's your kid doing, by the way, Tater? I forgot to ask. I feel like I never asked that, and I feel like a bad friend for that reason.
Oh, the Dragons do kind of need to get some offensive.
And they're going to get it as Adonis King takes it to the house.
That's the dagger.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is.
Remember the last time we had attackers? You know where that went.
16 points.
Maybe
That's
17.
16,
It's
17
gonna
points.
depend on this kick. That's the dagger.
Well, they don't miss that one. Yeah.
Right.
So 17 points.
If Carmichael Runt didn't miss one earlier, I'd say absolutely and agree with you. But it's because he missed one that I'm like, if they're down by 16, it's still 2 scores. It's doable.
Is 27-10 scoregami?
I don't know.
It'll be fun. On it.
I feel like it's not, just because 27 is you can get to with nothing but 3s and 7s.
Ah, true.
It's 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
In fact, 27 is just 3 times 9.
Yeah, it's also 9 field goals. But I think, Phil, if we had a 9 field goal game,
You know, TLK.
you
That
would
is
be
what I said.
you would be the happiest camper alive.
Oh, I'd be so happy if one team scored exclusively off of 9 field goals.
It could be also
5 safeties, 2 TDs, and 1 field goal.
Okay, so let me do this in the official John Boyce way. 27-10 is not a scoregami. The last time that happened was
Wilson up the sideline. Huge catch and run there.
Crickets. Yeah, when was the last time the score happened?
week 12 of season 10.
Oh, God.
Ah,
What season is this?
season 12.
Oh, God. This is like reminding me that we're in season 30 of the PBE.
Yeah, Phil, we're going to hit our 2-year anniversary next week.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that. I reminded you of it earlier.
God, believe me, it's been on my mind constantly. Getting everything finalized.
We're gonna have like a special like a field logo for this.
No, that's more work than I have time for. Radiant's Ham touchdown.
So it's just uniforms.
Uniforms, infographics, surveys, we've got a lot. Like, believe me, I don't think I'm getting much free time this week.
I'll be finally rid of the pups tomorrow.
I thought you were supposed to be rid of them like 2 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, but then
Why
it
are
got
you
another
rid of 'em?
snowstorm. Then we got another snowstorm, you know?
Are you gonna keep any?
No, we already have 5 dogs. We're not technically supposed to have any more than 5 on the premises.
Next generation.
And Adonis King bodies a man. Roswell needs to stop here if they have any hope. They're going to
No,
burn their first time out. King has 187 yards. The tight end has finally come alive. He's been silent most of the season, and all of a sudden he's reminding people he's still the greatest tight end currently on the field. Look, that's the greatest tight end of all time is Ryan Yosef, and I will actually fight people.
I'm pretty sure it's
Phil would
Jortles,
make
but
It's not Jordals.
Yeah, Phil will make that argument.
Phil would, but Phil's wrong.
Have you considered that Jordals had the handicap of playing with Strobel and Jamiracle?
I considered it, but then you forget that that Yosef also played with the Hammerheads for many seasons. He played with the handicap of Rocket Man.
Oh, that's true. Fuck. I don't know. I liked Rocket Man as a quarterback more than I liked Jamiracle.
No,
for some
you like the
reason.
concept of Rocket Man as a quarterback more than Rocket Man actually as a quarterback.
Rocket Man was the most powerful quarterback in league history. He shut down a game through his adamant refusal to stand up.
Oh, that's true. That was wild. But yeah, no. Yosef has had his definite handicaps. Gallon will get the sack. Roswell needs to come alive right here. It's 3rd and 12.
Remember those times when literally receivers were too slow to get to the spots to catch the ball?
Ah, man, those were bad times.
That's why tight ends were so important in seasons 1 and 2, everybody. It's because wide receivers needed like 70 speed to even reach passes.
Oh, Grimes got bailed out there.
So the quarterbacks would consistently overthrow them. But tight ends, they did not assume the tight ends were fast, so they would throw where they could reach them, even with like 60 speed. So tight ends were the only viable receivers.
So that's why there was a ton of running in those early seasons.
No. The
No.
tons of running in the early seasons was because of defensive deficiencies.
And also the fact that sliders were way less complex or non-existent.
Yeah, but like honestly, running would have been even more common if we had had sliders.
That's true.
Like I know that us Mingos probably would have ramped up Jimbo sliders because the thing was the running backs like average like 8+ yards a carry.
Yeah.
So so we probably would have ratcheted it up and forced them. It really was just that there were not enough defenders good enough to stop the highly paid running backs. Because you
Absolutely.
could pay one running back a really big contract, and they could massively outclass every defender on the field.
Beeman has to be listed as a quarterback, but your offensive player of the game is Willie Beeman, your defensive player, James Gallen.
All right, and we move on to game 2, where it will be.
Oh, and Denver wins the title of Purple Team.
Yeah! Go Denver. I miss when they were red, honestly.
Hopefully you're going to love their color rush.
Fantastic.
It's not
So
red.
we will be going to Hollywood as the Knights host the Twisters.
Okay.
And it will be cloudy with low winds. Prep your lore questions if you've got them.
I don't know if Tater's still here.
Tater's not, but we have other people.
That's good. Hollywood has an 8% chance. What's our weather, Phil?
Cloudy, low winds.
I think, okay, cool. I'll go here. We never play here.
Did you know in franchise mode you can choose between an American Conference / Division League setup or a European style tier system?
Uh-huh. No, actually, I've got a fun story about this one. Actually, Danny asked us how many teams we had and how it was set up to see if we could run our league through their franchise mode.
The answer was no.
The answer was no. We didn't have enough teams.
So that's why y'all expanded, or?
No. God, no. I would never... We expanded because at the time, look, the expansion when it happened was we were also in peak COVID. It was right before it was really waning down the first time. And so we looked at the numbers, we looked at sort of our trajectory and said, yeah, we need to expand. McWiggin back to pass, he fumbles! And it's a fumble 6.
Start the game! Jet plane! Touchdown!
I have to think that
Is
it's going
that
to be a very defensive game.
Is that the fastest defensive score in league history?
No. It's up
What
there,
was it?
though.
7 seconds?
I think the Twisters have done it faster.
The only thing
How?
that's lasted longer than 7 seconds lasted less than 7 seconds is a vine.
I have a question. If anyone knows when that happened, was that like a literal first play fumble 6, or was it like a safety?
I think it was like a first place fumble 6 as well.
No. How did it happen that fast?
I don't know. Yeah, Dust, I don't think Tater switched any of his sliders at all.
I'll be honest. If this were real life and my team gave up,
Oof.
oh thank God. Wait, is that safety?
No.
Everybody, safety watch. Safety watch.
If my
Obviously.
team gave up a fumble 6 in the first 7 seconds of a game, I think I would actually turn the game off.
Last year and a half.
Much to your
Like, I
Oh, I
think
should
I
let
would
the Twisters
actually
know they're
just
up.
stop watching if my team did that.
That's fair.
Oh, how do you think I feel when we give up like a touchdown? When we don't need to.
Like, this is the equivalent, honestly, of, like, somehow giving up a grand slam in the first inning. Like, at that point, you just accept that the game is over.
I mean, I've seen that happen many a time, and I can assure you, the Mets have somehow managed to blow it despite getting a grand slam in the first inning.
The Mets are...
So the Yankees run New.
The Yankees do run New York, but it's not a good thing.
Were you even alive and old enough to remember the last time the Yankees won, let alone were in a World Series?
Yeah, 2009.
Yeah.
I watched that game. So I'm the Yankees.
Look, for as long as I've been a baseball fan, the Yankees have never actually won anything.
All right, so tonight's trying to do something on offense. They've got a man in the middle. Valkonen. God, I'm going to say this. Valkonen might be the second best tight end in the league right now.
Falcon's been really good. It does
He's
help.
been this
though,
bright
they
spot
just-
on the. Been a bright spot for them.
Absolutely. He gets another first down. Grayson just doesn't exist. I forget Grayson's a tight end. I'll be honest, Dust. I always think, I know Boss isn't, but I always think Boss is the tight end there. And here we go. I'm going to say this. I think Grayson's great. I do. I think Grayson isn't a standout compared to his peers in the same way that Valkonen is on this team. Does that make sense?
Mm.
It's not a knock on Grayson. I think Grayson's phenomenal. I always forget he's a tight end, but I do think he's phenomenal. I think the challenge is I don't think of like a single standout player on the offense in terms of like outside of personality aside, but like and Holland to the house. But I don't think of a standout player in terms of personality on a roster in the same way that I think of Valkonen as like kind of the bright spot on the Knights offense.
So are you saying Valkonen good because Knight's bad?
No, I'm saying Valkonen is the reason Knights have been in some games that they haven't, though. I don't think Grayson is the reason that the Lions have completely decimated teams.
So yes, Valkonen good because Knight's bad.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's some merit
To be
to that
fair,
argument.
the Knights aren't bad.
Are you sure?
I would disagree with that assessment. McWigan
I
sacked
just
for
say they
safety.
keep getting fleeced. I just say they keep getting fleeced.
And that leads to
I
what?
don't like being rude.
Okay.
Look,
I don't like
No,
being
no,
rude.
no. I'm not trying to be rude when I'm saying the Knights are bad, and I want to be very clear about this. I don't think I can tell you, as someone with an insight into your locker room, I don't think the Knights are looking at this and going, This is our season to take the league by storm. Best in the league, meaning best in the league and being better relative to the rest of the team. Fair. I don't think this is a knock on the Knights when I say the Knights are not good. The Knights have a lot of development they still need. They still have a lot of players that they need to take advantage of. Like, I don't think anyone's going to say that the Knights aren't in a rebuild. I would probably say the Knights are probably the most in a rebuild compared to the other teams, the Frost Giants, the Hammerheads, and the Rush.
Are the Frost Giants counted as a rebuilding team? They're pretty strong.
I would disagree with that assessment entirely. Weasel gets a touchdown. And I'll explain why in Game 3. We'll get there. I'll talk about the Frost Giants then. This is the Knights right now. The Knights are the furthest in a rebuild of the group. While they are a second-half team, they are likely to do exactly what the Greg Gase second-half team did in their first season. That's not a knock on them. That's more just a setting of expectations. And I think I was right. They have a big uphill battle. I don't think anyone's rooting against the Knights. I think everyone wants to see them succeed. They're a fun story, and I think they will succeed. But they have a lot of work ahead of them. And the Twisters are not going to give them much of a quarter.
Dixie Kong.
Good catch there. You wanted to say something, CJ.
I wouldn't wait. It's a mixed bag between whether or not I think we're in a rebuild.
You're in a
I
rebuild.
think we'll be. Yes, I know, but it depends on how. Like we can look at it at the end of the season, more like I mean,
you can.
time will tell.
Thank you for the follow. Whoever just gave us the follow, that would be Papa Keegan. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. So I'm gonna actually challenge this notion right here, right now. Quick question for you, CJ, as I'm assuming you probably don't know this. How many points have the Frost Giants scored this season?
125, I believe.
Yes, how many points have they allowed?
116.
119. They have a point differential of 6.
Right.
Here's the thing. You can talk about the offense, and the offense for the Frost Giants is fine. It is absolutely in a good spot for a rebuild. The defense is still very much a problem, and it doesn't matter that you can score when you get torched every single time. In addition, Jerry Rigg and wide open Reginald Shrubbery touchdown. You can talk about the Frost Giants and sort of where they're going to be in 2 or 3 seasons, and I think in 2 or 3 seasons they will be looking at a playoff. But I don't think. I think if you are telling yourself Shrub to TE was a good move, yes. I think that was a great move, and I want to talk about that. And we'll get to but I want to just finish my thought on Frost Giants. I think if you're telling yourself right now as a GM that the Frost Giants have a hope for a postseason and they're just 3 or 4 trades away, you are going to sabotage yourself and shoot yourself in the foot and extend your rebuild. Anyway, Shrub to tight end is a phenomenal move as it fumbles again. Holcomb will pick this up. And I think it's for one really good reason. 2 really good reasons. One, he's an active player, and Tom Holland isn't, and so it gets him more involved with the team. And 2, he's fast. He's got the speed. He was great at fullback, and now he's even better at tight end. I think it's such a good move from the Twisters, both as in terms of helping the team sort of stay afloat and help them long term.
I philosophically believe that rebuild should be as strong as possible.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
If you're trying to lose, then do it right.
I don't...
0 wins in the PBE. That's the Supernova's next goal.
We're not even the worst. I want to just say, first and foremost, we don't even have the worst record in the PBE right now.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck?
Hi, Odeon. How's it going?
Hey, TLK, do you want to guess what my steal percentage is right now?
26%.
No, my steal percentage is 79%. That's only with a 60 A 60. 60 is enough to be efficient on high volume. I have 38 stolen bases.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, you could thank AW for that. I think we're fine at 2 overall for a pick. And this will be not a coffin.
Yeah. And then Miss Obvious popped in and talked about it with me. And then, now I've come up with my idea for my next player to be a magician whose sole objective is to win gold gloves while not actually producing positive war.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that player would be really funny. Like, career 10 gold gloves. -5 career war. I think that would be really funny.
Hardwood gets a short gain.
Odeon missed the Dragons game.
He did.
It's a shame. It was an impressive game from the Dragons. The aliens are pretty solid.
And this one's going to be muffed. Gone at about 32. I will say, Supernovas have already started scouting. I love it.
Good on them. You can scout much earlier than you used to be able to, just because, like, forcing people to have, like, a full season in the minors before they get drafted is just kind of a good
Heck,
shit.
I've even done scouting.
God, I'll be honest with you, I hate scouting.
Io Torrent.
Torrent.
I know Io's here, so if he's still here, congrats on a touchdown.
190 batting average, lol. You didn't scout me, TLK.
Actually, Dust, if you scroll through the war room, you will see me sing nothing but your praises.
I remember being drafted by the Crabs, season 9. I just created. Wasn't super active. I got drafted by the Crabs. They did not even send me a questionnaire.
You want to know why I told Leifer to draft you, Phil? I said, he's talking in general.
Yeah, I was talking in the general.
Dust, how was I going to scout you when I was on Nova? So you've been on the Crabs the entire time. That's called tampering.
He's baiting you. He's trying to bait you. Okay, careful. You'll cost the Supernovas their first round pick. No, yeah. And then, like, I thought I was going to be a Vandal, honestly.
Oh, yeah, no, I made sure that noise was not going to happen. As one of the few people allowed to hate on the Vandals.
Well, why did you feel so strongly that I shouldn't be a Vandal before you even talked?
Oh, I saw you. We talked briefly in general. I'm like, this guy is our guy.
Yeah.
See, here was my mindset, Phil. And it's a brilliant mindset, which is, for 7 seasons as Crabs GM, I did scouting. Do you know how many successful people I scouted?
Like, fucking none?
Like, freaking none. I did better just going with my gut.
Shrubbery with the touchdown. And your gut was like, yo, this dude's got good vibes. Maybe we'll play D&D together sometime.
Phil seems like a good guy. We should draft him. So we drafted him. I literally told Leifer, draft Sori. He's talking in Twitch chat. Draft Revan Knox. He's talking in Twitch chat. And that honestly worked better than my years of scouting. Years.
Yo, that draft time where, like, all of us draftees got in a Discord call, that was really fun.
Oh, yeah.
I met a lot of people like that. That was a good time. And then I did not earn well in my first season. And then y'all called me up.
Yeah. How the hell not?
My career stats got shot because of those, like, first 3 seasons.
You made the Hall of Fame, so who's really complaining?
I made the Hall of Fame. I think I made the Hall of Fame almost exclusively off of people liking me.
Hey, I don't think so, because if that were the case, I would have been in. Or actually, that's why I'm barred. Depends who you ask. Peter Tingle to the house. Io Torrent and Willie Weasel on his side.
Why are you barred from the Hall of Fame?
Probably because I made some enemies.
Oh, God. I thought the reason was because you kept making pictures, and that's just a mistake.
Well, yes, that too, but the team needed pitchers.
It's true. I've been thinking about what I want to make next after Lemon regresses.
I had someone ask me, do you ever think about max earning in the PBE? I'm like, I did that for 2-ish players.
Yeah, I've like my first season on both of my players has been a little lower earning, and then I max earned from that point on. But like, I think I might make like a throwaway player and have them just be in the minors for a couple seasons to give myself like a break where I only do like forum game and activity check and stuff.
And McWigan is sacked, but Boucher can't get the safety.
Just to give myself like a season or two off of really earning and doing PTs, and then maybe come back in full swing ready to max earn from the start.
That's fair. I think I'm actually taking a break after cardboard cutout.
Did the Dragons win their game? They did by a pretty good margin. The Dragons took control in the first half, and the Aliens were not able to storm back into it.
And so the Dragons have the hashtag purple team status. Oh, speaking of, did we ever pay off that bet?
Oh, we did not. The person who bet on the Dragons got their 20 points back. Oh, Larson with the first down.
Yeah, no, the Dragons won. Dragons are looking dominant again.
Yeah. You know what I'm most happy about with Lemon, though? Setting the single season ZR record.
There you go.
17.
Who had it before him?
I don't remember.
Was it my man Valentine?
Might have been, I don't know. But the reason it happened and the reason I wasn't able to like beat it this season was because people like second base was being underrepresented in terms of elite defenses, elite defensive players. So they moved me there, and I put up plus 17.
There you go.
And then, like, there are some better defenders at second base now. I'm still probably the best defender in the league at second base. I think I'm at plus 8.8 right now.
1 second, you're stirring couscous. A food so nice they named it twice, and next, your team is putting up 60 points.
Yeah, can't imagine how the score is the way it is. Well, you see, the Knights are not pressuring the quarterback much, and then the receivers are faster than the defensive backs, so just deep passes.
The Knights have 4 or 5 active players.
Yeah.
Counting the GMs.
Who's the worst record in the PBE right now? I gotta go check that.
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks? Yo! I can go back to making fun of SDK.
I was about to say sloth, then I realized that's the voice chat.
Yeah, no, sorry. The sloths are perpetually good.
Yeah, I was going to say, San Antonio will never have the worst record as long as
far as I can tell, Death Valley and San Antonio never lose.
Sorry, I was thinking about the voice chat league that I joined last night.
No, sloths are
really fun.
Force.
Yeah, the sloths don't rebuild; they reload.
Seriously.
And Death Valley's never been bad since I've been in the league.
They were bad when the league started, but
I know that much. They were part of how the Crabs built up to what they were.
Not really. We're actually kind of the reason Death Valley built up to what they were.
Well, yeah, they traded us stuff and we gave them all our assets.
We did a lot of rentals. A lot of rentals. It was so stupid.
Look.
But I really wanted to beat the Vandals.
The thing about the sloths and Death Valley's perpetual success is that it made what the league will look like in 5 seasons PT really easy.
Yeah.
I just predicted that Saratoga would be like destroying the league, and that Death Valley and San Antonio would still be playoff teams.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. It's why we're very cautious about our trades now. We're going, what is the long term? And we're only looking at long term impact when we're looking at trades. I'll be honest. I don't care.
I'm not even in the Crabs war room anymore.
Yeah, I was the last member of the Hoppy Phil GM era to be in the Crabs war room. I think because I'm old. And I
was not a good GM.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I love you, Phil. You were not a good Crabs GM.
Yeah.
You were great for balancing the budget and not much else.
Yeah,
and it's not a knock on you. It's knowing your strengths.
I mean, I was so hesitant to take the position anyway, and I was ultimately right in my assessment of my abilities to GM a PvE team.
Yeah. Look, I can tell you, outside of Juwosu in person, that pretty much every GM has a weakness. And it's kind of just building a team to sort of fill in the gaps of those weaknesses.
Mm.
Great at balancing. Well, there goes Phil's politician career.
Hey, look, I'm good at one other thing, and that's tanking with maximal efficiency.
Yes, you are. The tank commander, Phil Pryor.
Yo, I've done it in every league I've been in.
Odeon, the standings are in the portal because as we start to get more involved in the portal and more in the portal, we do want to have those translate there. Right now, though, the standings are still on our schedule sheet. Yeah, so the reason why they're not is because that's not there, and also we haven't done the divisions right, and it still has Barcelona and Omaha in there. So, but it is a goal. It's kind of lower on my threshold of things.
I kind of miss being in the management chat. That was kind of fun.
For PBE?
Yeah.
That is the one chat I never miss.
I mean, like, I like
I'm trying to
talking to
get
a lot of the folks there.
I mean, I'll be honest, I always felt like that place was just a cesspool of negativity.
Yeah,
So,
but it was a fun cesspool of negativity.
no, it wasn't. It actually, when I was Wheeler's co-GM, I literally told Hydra I'm not joining majors management. Wide open downfield, Reginald Shrubbery.
You know, I like that's. I think that's fair. I didn't get a ton of negativity out of it, personally. I liked being able to commiserate with the rest of the GMs about our hatred of HO, though. That was kind of fun.
CJ, what were you saying?
I'm trying to get the management role of PBE. Honestly, I just need to be more active. But once I get active, like extremely active, I think I can make it.
You know what's been fun to do? I think I've been an updater in the PBE for like, what, nearly 3 years now?
Yeah, you've been around as an updater for a while.
Like, I think I became an updater in my second season, so season 10.
Can't have been 3 years. PBE is 3 years old.
Okay. I think 2 years?
2 years sounds about right.
No, but this league's 2 years old.
This league's 2 years old. You've probably been somewhere between 2 and 3. But I mean, we started this around the time our D&D group started.
No, we didn't start SCFSL right at that time. Didn't we?
We started it fairly early. Musha Reeb was still a member of our party.
Oh, that's right. Oh, God. Everything's lost to time. Except Musha Reeb, he got out at the right time.
Welcome to COVID, a Kafka-esque nightmare where the days all blur together and time is an illusion.
I've been an updater for years now, and it's just, like, kind of fun. By the way, anyone in the PBE, use the updater tool. It is fantastic. How do you guys do your D&D online or someone's house? Well, you know, Odeon, the 4 or 5 of us, we live too far apart to meet up, so we play online.
We play online through Discord and Roll20 as Larson takes it to the house.
Yeah. I wish Hydra would show up more, but
Roll20 is a phenomenal app, and I definitely recommend it. It can function for free. So if you have like friends that you want to play with and you want to do that with, definitely just use it. It definitely works.
It does work. The voice chat in it's fucking pretty
Yeah,
garbage.
but you just do voice chat over Discord.
Yeah.
I actually also, my other group, my Sunday group, we're also too far away, so we'll play online.
I haven't played D&D for over 30 years.
Yeah, Odeon makes me feel young.
Yo, my dad hadn't played in like 20 years plus since he like last played before he got back into it a few years ago.
Yeah.
He's been enjoying it a lot just being back into it. I recommend it.
D&D
The online
Beyond?
like I am an old kid, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's just like the online communities for D&D have exploded. It's so much easier to find people to play with. And you know what? Yeah, never played D&D.
We should just bring Dust as part of... Oh, wait, no, Dust can't play with us. Because it's Tuesday nights, and he's busy Tuesdays.
Also, I don't want to add people to TC's campaign.
Yeah, it's true too. Although it's funny, you missed it, Phil. They were talking in Viper's chat about how the imagination's only a little bit of it. 4th and 18, they're going for it. All right, Phil, prediction time. Safety, turnover on downs, or something else?
Well, it's a little late
Uh,
for
but
that.
but so anyway, in Viper's chat, TC was telling me that because right now, if you don't know, we're still working on the payment for Dev League players. So if you're in the Dev League and you're trying to get your payment through Portal, it's not coming through. I'm going to be manually adding in the 30 TPE you're owed to every single player tonight. So you will have something if you're in the Dev League.
Yeah.
But
The thing, Odeon, is that neither TLK or I are the DM.
yeah, if it we can definitely ask our DM,
Yeah,
but it's their call.
yeah, we could ask TC, but yeah, like party size is 100% a DM call.
Unacceptable. Love it. But so anyway, so TC threatened that if that wasn't fixed, everyone else in the party would be getting magical items, and I get none.
Hey, I got an immovable rod. Are
I
you
know.
ready for me to pull some BS with that? Actually, what did you end up getting?
Nothing.
Oh, you didn't get anything?
I didn't get anything because we felt that Topher could use the other thing more, and you could use the unmovable rod.
That's a surprise. I'm really sad we didn't get that robe of protection. That would have been really good for
It
you.
would have been really useful for me.
Like +1 AC, but most notably +1 to saves for you would have been really nice. 78-0. Is that a scoregami?
Branson with the offensive, Jet playing with the defensive.
And we go on to Game 3 as the Frost Giants host the Wallabies.
This will be
Wow.
So
fun.
78-0 is scoregami.
Yay!
78-0 scoregami. That's 502.
I gotta go update the sheet. Yay! I'm not doing that.
Woo!
It's more work for me.
So the Frost Giants host the Wallabies, and it is cloudy with low winds.
All right, CJ, since you're here, you can remind your team that you're up.
Sure.
All right. You said the Wallabies host the Frost Giants or Frost Giants host the Wallabies? I know you
Frost
said
Giants host the Wallabies. We are in Reykjavik.
Thank you. Ha ha! That's amazing.
What?
Papa Keegan, one story I heard was someone using an immovable rod to take no fall damage from jumping off of stuff. They activated it to go down slowly and without harm.
Yeah, that is one of the fun uses. A lot of other stories I've heard of immovable rods is people activating it while on like a boat.
That's pretty
And then the
amazing.
DM getting to have that moment of, yeah, and it just rips through your ship and you keep going.
And we're pirates. That's gonna kill us.
Well, I know how it works. I'm not gonna break our boat accidentally with it. Might do it intentionally. We don't know.
That's what I'm worried about. It ain't the All right. So CJ, how you feeling about this game?
Trap game.
What?
This is a trap game. That's all I'll say.
All right.
But who's it a trap for?
Yes.
Phil, as you're the only one unbiased here, and look at that, the SBA banner is showing up. I love it.
Frost Giants.
All right. Phil has predicted the Frost Giants to win it all, so we'll see what happens. Toxic Smoke kicks
Win
this.
it all? I don't think they're gonna do that.
Win this game. McDonald to the 30. play action.
I think 8 is aesthetically pleasing as a number on jerseys.
It really is.
Like, I think 0 just feels too wide.
I can understand that. McMorris back to pass and incomplete. So, DG, as you are here, is this a hashtag? Oh my god. That's
What?
amazing. If we have some necromancer in the group, we don't. We could have them revive a zombie, give them a rod, and jump inside the dragon and activate it. And a quick 3 and out from New Zealand.
For context, our entire party is marshals. We do not have... our most caster is a half-caster.
I would like to say I know the great spell of whack with trident so hard they explode. Providence Rab with...
Rab with a tackle for loss.
And look at that sexy face, Jen. For those who don't know and are new, that's my face.
Yes.
Well, Papa Keegan's new, so. It's 3rd and 11 for Frostshine. So far, neither offense has been able to do anything. Boateng will get that one for a short gain.
See? Trap game.
I don't know about that. CJ, I have to ask a question. And that's going to be a blocked punt from Chinstrap to Pengu.
Okay. What?
He tackled the kicker.
Surely that's a penalty.
No, not an axis. It's a blocked punt.
So, what's your question?
My question is this. Your player returns from his suspension next game. And I know you said you were looking for defense. Is he moving to defense?
Why is his player suspended?
Don't worry about that. So the plan is actually, and if you believe this, I'm going to sit Richards the rest of the season to build up his TPE. Because our offense is so stacked, he wouldn't be anywhere anyway. That's the way I see it. So if I keep him out, wait until he's built up his TPE, and then switch him, the penalty won't be as bad overall.
All right. Actually, I think the penalty is better doing it earlier rather than later. Because it's 15% regardless, and it's just a larger number later.
Okay. Yeah.
Holt Remington Wellington with an impressive touchdown.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. I mean, well, when you have a short distance to work with, fires it deep. By the way, this is our second punt block in league history.
What?
Okay, let me rephrase that. It is our second punt block in league history since the punt block bug has been fixed.
Okay.
And here we go. Here's a fun lore question, Phil, that maybe you remember. And that's another blunt punt!
Oh my god, Depengu got him again!
Please stop talking.
Depengu, player of the game!
Please stop talking, COK.
I think we have to look at DL Speed as Colt Remington Wellington again.
And he broke 2 tackles! Touchdown number 2!
It goes well, LBG. How about yourself?
Why must the SCFSL gods hate us?
The sim gods are fickle beings.
They hate us. They hate us.
I mean, so part of this is we need to reevaluate, and this is something Dust brought up to me, and it's something I'm already starting testing on. We need to reevaluate DL speed caps once again, and OL speed caps, and probably
this is my punishment for tampering. Not the suspension, just the 2 blocked punts in a random game.
Yeah.
LPG's here.
I'm having a great start to my weekend. It's SCFSL game night. How can I not be?
Well, what would we consider for the OL caps? Like, what would be the reasoning for capping their speed?
Because otherwise it makes DL absolutely useless.
Okay.
So, and it's a fumble recovery. Botterman recovers.
This might be... You know what? This might be the most dramatic Phil Pryor prediction curse in quite a while.
Wallabies making the playoffs. Is it a hashtag underdog season or is it still a hashtag dominant season?
I mean, they're hashtag dominating the Frost Giants, so... Oh, thank God.
Hashtag shut up, Phil.
And Anna Kendrick will get that sack. I mean, I feel like us shutting up defeats the purpose of us in the booth. Hashtag 5 seed. I'll take it. Look, if we get the 5 seed, that'll be that the Wallabies will have missed a total of 1 playoff in their entire history. That's really good.
Hey, we forced a field goal attempt.
Good start from the defense, and the punt god Duck Football is going to make a 38-yarder.
As he will.
So yeah, I think we're going to look at positional-based speed caps. It's going to be fun. And I think some of them, I've got a really interesting proposals. So we'll see what people say.
Running backs is the only ones with 99 would be
And
pretty cool.
Boateng beats his man
Devin
and gets
Boateng.
it.
It's Dev Boateng. His first touchdown was a Frosty.
No, it's not. He's had one before.
Devin?
Yeah,
Dev Frosty? When was that? Last week?
2 weeks ago.
They made it.
Last week, no. On Wednesday, only Chester Chest scored. 2 weeks ago.
Hashtag rebuilding.
Hashtag rebuilding. McDonald gets it to the 35.
Okay, so the last time I could watch the stream, there have been 6 scoregamis, including finally our first 14-3.
That's wild. And Matthew McDonald to the house.
Okay.
What?
Earlier. I see your point from earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your point from earlier? What did I miss?
My point about the
Our
Frost
defense
Giants
sucks.
are absolutely in a rebuild. Their offense
Okay.
can score on anyone, and it doesn't matter because their defense can let anyone score on them.
Look, okay, let's be fair to their defense. 14
You're
of
being
the
fair.
Wallabies' points
Came from short gains. I totally get that. But I was more talking about with the Matthew McDonald. It's
But how are we supposed to stop the block punts? How are we supposed to stop that?
Have a better OL.
Yeah, honestly, it is OL. OL speed.
Also, remind your tight ends and your running backs to invest in blocking at least a little.
Yep, I will talk to ZKF and Billy about that.
But yeah, OL speed matters immensely. That was kind of my big thing to Danny last season, was like in my first and only so far wine and cheese night. We found the cheese of the DL speed was just broken, which is why we had the vote to... And that's the third of the night!
Son of a...
God. Are we going to have... We're going to have to keep track of this, because Depengu might be Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, wow.
I just... Oh.
McMorris hit while throwing, finds Mickey Mouse, gets a couple.
Why? Three
OL
punts.
speed versus...
There have been one in history before this game. We've got the triple output here.
Okay, no, there's... Boderman will get it.
He got tackled by his legs!
That happens. So, I want to be very clear.
Is it
No.
Depengu
So,
first?
I want to be very clear about the pump block. We've seen this pump block thing happen. We've seen the pump block happen before. Most notably, and this is really interesting. So, who wants to learn some league history?
I do!
Excellent. Phil, I forget. Were you there for the Hammerheads Rush Super Casual Bowl? Actually, I think the person who was actually in the booth with me for that game is here. Legally Blind Gamer, are you still here? Or maybe that was, when I had James. I forget. It might have been LBG, though. And I want to start with this story because I think it's very important. This was, funnily enough, about a year ago, a little bit over. At the end of December, the Rush and the Hammerheads played in the Super Casual Bowl number 6. Trevor was the one right after the Wallabies won.
Mm.
Their first one, not their second or their third. This is important. I don't know if LBG is still here, but if he is, I want to see if he's still here. Because he might remember this as well. He's not. Okay. But so anyway, there was a moment in the second half where there was a bug, and this bug actually made punt blocks worse. If a block punt had happened before, the DL speed was uncapped. So it did happen, but it didn't happen at a crazy high rate.
Good catch, Billy Bob.
Moreover, and this is actually a really important thing, when it first happened, it was actually a benefit to the offense, not the defense, as they would get infinite first downs. So, until this moment... Hold on one second. Until this moment, that would be kind of what happened. But so... Let me check. You okay, honey? Val,
What?
you okay? You sighed when you walked in.
The door didn't close all the way, and Zoe was barking, and my mask was caught in this, and then the thing fell out of the thing.
Oh. Yeah. So, and it's Phil.
It's high winds, dude.
So anyway, when the first punt blocks happened, it actually was a benefit for the team that was punting. Danny since fixed it because, we had bugs. But so now we know that we need to cap DL speed once more. Because otherwise we get problems like this. Will that happen this season? No. Will that be a vote for next season? Absolutely. So. Yeah. Does that help answer your question about the pump block?
Anna Kendrick, how many sacks does she have on the year?
Did I send you? No, you did not, Dust.
I think it'd be fun if only running backs were able to have 99 speed.
Lucy, what's the issue? Where do I begin?
Toasty, I'll answer this question with a question. How many pump blocks do you think there have been tonight by one team?
Yeah, Toasty, how many punt blocks have we had today?
In this game. I'll actually make it this game. How many pump blocks do you think there have been?
And I'll give you a hint. They've all been by one team.
69.
I like-
Toasty, give us a number. Give us a number, Toasty.
I'll give you a hint for that. It's divisible by that number.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
3
is divisible by 6. 69 is divisible by 3.
There you go.
Alright, fine. Whatever. Words are tough.
And you just said the number. Yeah, there were 3 punt blocks, all by Depengu, all on the Frost Giants.
So,
I am very sad.
Teams mid-game.
There is no God.
oh.
Well, sorry, there's no SCFSL God.
Toasty with my response, get better, OL.
I'm gonna go Tampa again. I'm gonna go Tampa again. Be right back.
Yo, Toasty, that was my response as well.
And it's a pick by Fat Pack.
Heck.
Oh my god. Are the Wallabies going to, dink and dunk small win games their way to a easy playoff berth?
So many huge plays by both D. Yeah.
These notes. Got him.
Anna Kendrick has been a very reliable spot on our defense. I don't know how many sacks they have on the year, but it's been a lot.
You have to wonder if the Axis gods hate the field goals?
The Frost Giants.
Yes, they hate us.
But also still New Zealand raking in the points. Yeah. Or they're just bad.
I mean, part of it is
Dust.
the
You want to talk
Axis
about bad
gods do
teams?
hate the Frost Giants. I don't. I mean, we want to talk league history, and I know our newest follower loves our league lore, and I can talk league lore for hours, as I told him earlier. Like between the Frost Giants.
You know, you don't see a problem with block punts, but here's the thing. 3 of them happened on
I
consecutive.
do.
Okay,
I have a problem, Toasty.
hold on.
It's not just 3 in one game. It was 3 punts in a row.
Yeah, it wasn't. That's kind of the bigger problem, is that it consistently breaks on the exact same moment. It's not like in the past where it did happen occasionally.
Oh God, what did I get myself into then? Rap band.
So, okay, you're talking about how the Axis gods hate us?
Yeah,
They
it
do.
ain't this season though. Yeah, I'm talking about They've had one good season where they've actually overperformed. They've had 2 seasons before that where they underperformed, notably with a late with a late penalty holding call against my player when I played for them against the Wallabies. That win would have likely got them into the postseason and would have probably changed how that season shaped out that year. Wide open downfield execution.
ZKF.
Keep shot by
No.
Castellanos.
Again, I've considered. Yeah, we might move you there. We don't know yet. I don't know yet.
Never let your team's needs dictate what position you want your player to be.
By the way, I have a question for you,
Well, that's
CJ. When
not
you
what we
say you
need.
have an issue with the 3 block punts, and I want to be very clear about this, do you have an issue with it solely because it's affecting your team, or do you have an issue with it as a concept?
Yes. Okay. Both, to an extent. Okay. Here's how I'll explain it. I hate that it happens to us. I hate that it happens 3 times in a row. And I also hate the fact that, y'all tell me to get better OL. But, I mean, this OL, cheesy puns, continuously updates. And yet, it still happens.
That's fair, and I think our response was not fair to you, and that's completely reasonable.
Yeah, I was just shit talking. I mean, my issue with it is that it felt like it was being too consistent, and it should be an inconsistent play.
There we go. I
So from
agree
now
with that.
on, we are not punting. Never punting again.
Like it all. Wow, get good, Phil.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh
baby.
no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
There it
Oh
is.
no! No!
Fourth
Why?
time to Pengu.
Yeah,
I'm
I
I
sorry.
hate
Toasty
this.
was also being sarcastic.
This is just comical now.
I hate this. I hate this.
Oh my
But so
God.
I think this is fair, and I think this is kind of point. We've seen it happen 4 times on the same way with the same thing.
I also
And
think ZKF has minus rushing again.
I don't think you've rushed the ball at
You
all.
don't. You rushed the ball, but for like 30 yards. We're mostly passing, like short passes.
Honestly, I almost wish there was like a kicker speed stat that just affected how quickly they kicked.
Yeah.
Like
Honestly, I wish
maybe,
there was a.
like maybe, like maybe punts, like blocked punts, could be consistent, but a kicker's kick speed, how fast they kicked, would make it less likely. So they might get
I
through
wish
one.
there was a roughing the kicker call, because that would have been roughing the kicker all 4 times.
Yeah, but we don't have that. But if there were a kicker speed stat, then it would, in theory,
Well,
allow for further investment in kicking in order to avoid that problem, along with investment in OL.
and I also think, and this is very important, the methodology in which a blocked punt happens in Axis is very different.
Also, just doesn't look good on the cameras.
It's like the Packers' special teams in the divisional round.
So, even though we're losing 45-7, we should be only like 24-7.
Okay.
That's a little unfair. I think that's a little unfair. You're discounting all of the points they got off of the punts?
And
Yeah, punts has 93 speed. I don't know what's happening.
so it's a different issue. Okay, so we're going to have to analyze this. Woohoo!
All right, everyone. Get ready for the VOD.
I'm seriously going to do a deep
What's
dive.
VOD?
The
We need wine and cheese part 2.
I'll get there. I just have to have time. Roughing happens after a ball is punted away. That's Toast's got a good point.
Cheese and wine.
So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I think I know where I'm gonna start. Okay, cool. I know what I'm gonna do with the test.
Is it the blocking ability of the OL?
I don't know. I'm gonna see who lines up. We're gonna start there. We're gonna
I
start.
mean, yeah,
know who lines up. It is
who's
Depengu.
lining up against Depengu?
That's what
Cheesy
I.
puns. Well, we're going for it, but I think it was cheesy puns.
I'll look back at the clips. I'm very curious.
You actually got that first time. Whoa, Boateng!
Toasty, while I have you here, I will consider moving my player once my well, he'll be back in the lineup once the suspension's over, but I will move him back.
80 agility. I don't actually know how agility affects
I think it's
OL,
side to side
if at
movement.
all. Does that even matter?
I don't know.
I
Dude,
have 99 agility. I don't know if it does anything.
how many block punts have you given up?
You see,
None.
cheesy puns is a great OL. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's going to be a deep dive. So I'm gonna have fun with this. I'll probably
Wait,
start taking screenshots and go from there.
Have you considered that Depengu might just be built different?
He
I
might.
have considered that. I have considered that, and I think that theory is a bunch of BS.
Wow, Depengu slander.
Now, don't get me wrong. Depengu is a great player, but there's no way he's getting back-to-back-to-back-to-back block punts on any other team.
Are you arguing that this will not be the new norm?
Yes, this is salty Depengu slander. Watch out, Dust.
I
Or
will
I'll be
not
talking
have
about the
Depengu
players next.
slander on my Christian server. Thank you. And Boateng with the spin move steps out
Good
of
block,
bounds.
but has to step out early. Okay, CJ, please cool down.
Just for you.
J Rig steps back, throws, Frost Tazzle, Braz Tazzle.
Brass Dazzle. But that is a good nickname. Frost Dazzle. I like that.
Wide open is Caleb Boateng. Both Boateng brothers have scored tonight.
No, we're going to call him the Boateng gang.
Oh, nearly
Well,
a
they
block
did
kick.
manage to block the extra point.
I should have looked at that. I could have seen who was lined
It's a
up.
miracle.
I mean, they almost did.
I know.
Comeback season. Can we get the onside? Or no, is that going to be get two by
Kendrick gets it.
ooh. Or is Topanga going to block the onside kick too?
No, looks like Kendrick got it.
Depengu would have to be a level above human in order to block an onside kick.
Yeah, I think he's already a level above human.
Yeah, well, he's a genetic freak, so your chances of winning have been cut in half.
So from 25% to 12.5%. Thank you. That was a huge impact. We had a great game offensively, except special teams.
CLK, am I allowed to post a copy pasta?
Yeah, sure.
Pardon my French here, but what the fuck happened on special teams?
I don't even. All right, I want to actually say something because I get the argument that you've had a great game on on offense. I mean, let's talk about it. You had a lot of 3 and outs, which resulted in 4 blocked punts.
That is true. But then again, you're on this defense, TLK.
I'm not that
You are
good.
you're built different because you are TLK.
No,
What's
I'm actually
the-
not that well built.
What's the kicker's name?
The kickers.
Toxic Smoke.
What?
Toxic Smoke.
All right.
Why do you ask?
He's probably looking at the stats in Portal.
No, I'm working on something.
Oh,
Oh, you're working on that copy pasta.
Yeah.
Yes, Toasty. I will need to talk to you about that. I will DM you that momentarily.
and it is a false start on Slim did nothing wrong. Slim may not have. I disagree. But the offensive line sure did. And so there's going to be a punt here. And does this coffin. Toasty, I will fight you on this one. Elite punt from the punt god indeed, DG. 16 seconds left. Rig avoids the sack and just throws it away. Caleb gets the first down, and that'll end it.
Hey, TLK, what's the name of one of the other DL on the Wallabies?
Scadilius Kipopoulos.
I don't understand how you're the player of the game, TLK, and not Dipengu.
I have no idea.
You know what? I'm going to put C-Rab.
No, Scadilius.
And this is where I take my leave and question life.
Toasty, when you say check stats, please. That's okay. Toasty, I'll send you a stats file. We have this amazing download, which is why we don't check stats. I'll send it to you right now. Then I have to get out of bed. Go to my PC. First world problems. Phil, what's our next game?
Oh, our next game is Madagascar, the Hammerheads hosting the Silver Eagles.
Oof.
It is clear with low winds.
I'm going to assume since Toasty's here, he's let his team know Madagascar has the 25% chance. Clear low winds, you said?
Yes.
And we're in Madagascar, which means only one place to go. Sandy Franny.
All right. This is in all caps. Is that okay?
Yes. I don't care. I don't know if Nightbot does, but we'll find out. What is our average sim length? Are you talking like as a game or as a,
About 2.5 hours.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours. It's about half hour per game. How do you spell the god, duck football? Or the, or toxic smoke? Oh,
Give it
chin
hosted
strap to
that game.
Pengu? God,
That
punt
game was
blocker's
hosted by the
name.
Frost Giants, wasn't it?
What?
That game was hosted by the Frost Giants, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Reached character limit of 500. Gonna have to post that in Discord instead.
I mean, what a first stream to watch, Papa Keegan. You've been in for quite a treat of the weirdest stuff you have seen in our Sim League history. Some of it. And tomorrow night, I'd like to remind everyone, or tomorrow in the afternoon, we have the Dev League. So we've now seen two teams rebuilding, and I want to talk about this team. The Hammerheads are absolutely in a rebuild. The Silver Eagles are finally turning the corner on their rebuild. Wide open downfield, Scotty doesn't know, catch and stride.
All right.
At least we now know pump blocks no longer break. That is true, Toasty.
We did it.
Phil, I feel like you should post it in player media in our sim league. Oh, you did probably.
I just put it in the chat.
Oh no. I thought you were posting it on Twitch chat.
I was going to. It has a character limit.
I knew I was like, he's going to do the Scott Snyder, isn't he? And credit to freaking Picard over there with a great run. 6-2 coming in from the Silver Eagles. And Picard with the juke move. I love it.
God.
Gabriel Picard is one of my favorite running backs who is so very good and sadly probably will never make the Hall of Fame.
You know, that's a question. How elusive will we make the Hall of Fame? Are we gonna go like baseball Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I'm not. I don't vote on the
Hall.
Hall of Fame unless the Hall of Fame committee member is in
Do I
that
have a
vote,
vote?
and then I vote
Do I-
only on them.
Do I have a vote for the Hall of Fame?
No. Oh well, Toasty, you. There's the caveat, but I don't have a general vote. I have the. I am the vote break glass in case of emergency vote. That punt gets blocked. Oh, we should watch these punts. Duh.
Real question is if we see more blocked punts.
Yeah. So, like, for example, when William Slayton's vote comes up, DG is a member of the Hall of Fame committee. So I will vote on DG. I mean, I will vote no on William Slayton. If there is ever a Hall of Famer that I have sung praises about, it's Slayton, so of course I must vote no. Montroy. Okay, and Toasty, I know we want to find someone to run that committee. That's not you. Look at that beautiful Montroy face, Jim. Just so he isn't unanimous. Oh, I'd unanimous Slayton. Scotty doesn't know with another touchdown. There's one thing he does know, is how to catch and stride.
I'm giving all of Slayton's stats to Apple Juice. Please induct them instead.
I forgot that your new player is Apple Juice. Okay, I'll find someone to replace you though, Toasty. I know it's been a lot on your plate, so. Maybe I'll just make it a job posting. Oh, Banjo Williamson. I don't know what his new player's name is. I should. Slayton was just so good. I just think that name is amazing. Oh my god, I forgot about that player. And it's a pick by Bonnerman. I'd like to remind everyone that the Hammerheads can still win this.
You know what? It's a little early to pull that out, but it is true.
For those who are on the Hammerheads and watching this, and Stokobasi will get that one. For those who are watching this stream and understanding a joke about the Hammerheads can still win this. Strobel's first pick in the last 3 games. Wow. Dokobasi again.
We've been seeing lots of weird Strobel.
We really have. Keegan, to give you a little bit of history about Skylar Strobel, the Hammerheads quarterback. He used to be the Flamingos quarterback. And he has been historically just the most random quarterback we have ever seen on the field. Overall, his stats look good, but he has games where he's just god-awful in games where he is a god amongst men. Dokabasi has been huge the last couple of games. He has really thrived in that wide receiver 3 spot. Maybe the Mingos had a bad scheme. I mean, part of it's very likely that the Mingos had a bad scheme. Part of it is, I think for some reason, they had a good scheme that worked with the right pieces under Zelly, and then they just replaced the pieces and never really kind of adjusted. I know that sounds stupid, but Zelly kind of Zelly was the one who came up with the wide receiver 3 being the best spot for your wide receiver, and so Ali Mendez had a great season as a result. Alright, so Blast Me Away is 69. It's easy enough to remember. Strobel back to pass.
That's it.
And it's a fumble. Blast Me Away recovers. Oh, the OL are 69. Lol, like it should be. Okay, so we have 69, 69, 69, 69. And then Gabriel Picard. Interesting.
Oh, did you
Interesting.
hear that recently the Golden State Warriors had a lineup of the lowest possible combination of numbers?
What was it? Just all straight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
It was 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could have 0, 0 on a team.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Scotty Doesn't Know will get another touchdown. He's having a game. Our next game's Flamingos, isn't it?
I think it is. I mean, we only have like
2
we don't
games
have any
left.
games left.
I know that.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by how the Flamingos game pans out. I don't think it's going to pan out well, but I'm intrigued by it, as Dayton Holmes with that one. Oh, I'm always a fan of a good meme. I want to see this meme right now.
It's a good one.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm using that on Meme Monday.
Oh, that's really good.
I need to send that to the Wallabies locker room, like, right now.
Yo, I'm gonna save that.
Holmes versus Riddle team. God, that meme is great.
Just gonna save that.
Ah, that's true. It's his second team. His first team was the Aliens. He never played a snap for him. It's kind of like Corey Williams scoring against the Wallabies. He technically returned, but got revenge against the team that he traded, or when he was playing for the Wallabies against the Flamingos. He's probably one of our most traded players. Okay, I can answer this question, Toasty. No player has been traded more than 3 times. In fact, there have been 3 players that have been traded 3. Let's see. Phil, can you guess all 3 players that have been traded 3 times? Dust got one of them with PP Poo Poo.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Because I have literally never paid attention to who was on what team.
Dayton Holmes, and Toasty's got the 3rd one with Drew Lock Jr.
Ooh.
Here's where it's fun. That one I got to put on the database as well. Not database, our infographic, which I will be dropping this weekend. I'm so hyped. putting the 4 blocked punts in. I don't care. Nah, I'm not. That's cruel. But yeah, no player has been traded more than 3 times. Which is just wild to me. Drew Lock Jr., though, is the only one to be traded multiple times and returned back to a team. Scotty doesn't know to the house. About to trade TLK back and forth between Mexico City 100 times. Mike, what's the issue? I'm very curious. Trades in football aren't that common, though. That's true. And I think trades in sim leagues aren't that common.
It's much harder to trade someone when you, like, talk to them regularly.
Yeah.
And loyalty is such a valuable thing to have in a sim league.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was
Strobel
great.
finds Darian. I'm cut him. Why does no one want me? Pengu will lock for Hall of Fame after that game. I'm gonna get accepted. Don't have the cap to cut him, Mike. They'll make the cap, god dang it.
Look, if you're dedicated enough to cutting a player, you can always make the cap to cut him.
Let's start second half. Cut everyone to make room to cut him. Dokobasi with that one. Right, Satoshi, I think he's saying you'll have to trade an active for me solely for the purpose of cutting me. Mike leaving team.
Dolphins pass?
He signed Enoch Troy trading Holmes. There you go.
Have we considered creating a 4-team trade in order to cut TLK?
I'm wondering if we will see a player traded more than 3 times. I think it's really tough. So let's talk about each of those cases, because I think it's fun. And I know, you know me, Phil. I love talking league lore and speculation.
There's nothing quite as fun as multi-team trades.
That's true. PP Poo-Poo could, except I think he's probably going to play 1 season on just multiple teams. I think he'll play for the most teams. I don't know if he'll be traded, though. I just don't see Bauer doing that. And I think that's kind of... Drew Lock Jr. So Papa Keegan, Phil's copy pasta was, they say all men are created equal. But, when you have me and I'm a genetic freak...
Hydra with the comment that I am his enemy.
Where does Hydra... Oh, General.
Yeah.
Of course. When are we going to do this in the SCFSL? Since... Phil, what's that link?
The link is to a 4-team trade where everyone just swapped their 4th-round picks and
That's
5th-round picks
boring.
and stuff.
Okay.
It was posted by Beaver, so, like, you know.
Okay, I can do one even better.
I'll be honest, when I clicked on the link, I was expecting to get logged out.
What are the conditions? It is not very boring. So, alright, here we go. There was a player who didn't want to play for any team in the ISFL. Oh my god. That condition is wild. Want to know the founder of that trade? Was it Kingston receives Anchorage?
I know the one who posted that was Beaver.
It's got to be Hydra.
You missed what the copy pasta was? Oh, it was the genetic freak at Sacrifice
Yeah.
copy pasta. I just swapped out some names.
It's like 1/4 of it. Jeez. That's amazing. Softens downfield's got a man wide open. It's Montroy. Beaver Mike Gurin. Okay.
Being a minor league GM must be so wild.
Oh, being a minor league GM was fun. But I like a trade with a good clause.
Yo, Dust, don't hide. Did you just say that I laugh like Rizzo?
Okay, so anyway, I want to
Dust, I know you're here.
Dust can't
How
hide.
dare you?
Who wants to do that deal is SCFSL. How many GMs can we get? So
Look,
there was a player.
I once almost organized collective action by like 7 GMs against one team. I think I could get some people together.
I have a story. So in ISFL, there was a player, a big bot, who didn't want to play for any team. So every team traded him. Like it was just it was a circle. And then he retired.
Yo, remember that time Benton fleeced the Vandals out of a first round pick?
Yo.
I'll fight you.
Is your wife Benton?
No. She's just threatening to fight me.
Yeah. And?
Yo, you should
Cackling.
use your wife as an excuse to have a PBE multi.
I am not. No. I don't have time to even do one, let alone a multi. Wide open doesn't know.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, you remember that very well, Tiger?
I-
That was a legendary moment. I'm still upset because he was a max earning starting pitcher and we could have really used that.
Could have
during
hurt
this
the
bad
Vandals
championship
more by
run.
being more involved with us.
I mean, to be fair, we did wallop the Vandals in the second round like 3 years in a row.
I need more. You don't know how deep my hatred runs, but I need more for my vengeance.
I mean, do we get vengeance by the fact that they used a really bad logo for a while?
Thank you for joining us, Papa Keegan. It was an absolute pleasure. Let's go, Nightmares. We will be playing tomorrow.
I'm the real
Steve
nightmare.
Garrett says I considered leaving after the second Benton retire lol. I mean, didn't we suspect Benton came back yet again to try and get another pick off of someone? It was just amazing.
What's the number of hookups between quarterback and wide receiver? It's 5 now.
Toasty just almost banned DG on accident again.
No, don't ban DG. Then I've got to have Phil unban DG.
Yeah. Then I'll add multi-team trade to the blocked terms.
Wait, how did Madagascar get 6?
They scored a touchdown and then missed, I think, didn't they?
I don't know.
No, wait, it might have been. It's probably 2 field goals.
Yeah, I feel like Ogier wouldn't miss it. Oh, 2 field goals. Okay. I feel like I totally blipped over that. They have a good kicker, though. Wide open downfield. Would you believe it doesn't know again? Scotty doesn't know. And look at that beautiful face gen. 404 yards.
Oh my god.
6 touchdowns.
Do you, Pryor, do you think if we made a trade with a bunch of conditions in the PBEO that Hydra would just shut the league down right there? No, he'd just tell you that the trade wasn't valid and then move on.
Oh, I think he'd laugh first.
I think he'd definitely laugh at it. Like, look, I remember A-Wise and I tried to make a trade where he would get a pitcher from me on the condition that he used a pitch count for him and traded him back to me the next season for a player he traded to me. We basically tried to do an actual rental trade.
By the way, Picard has broken 100 all-purpose yards. Good on him.
That's fantastic. Wasn't that Zamora? Yeah, it was Zamora. I was gonna rent Zamora to the Brooklyn Knights for half a season. He did turn that trade down, but we got a new rule in it.
I love a good rule-making trade. I've done a few of those.
Yeah. You know, speaking of the PBEO, we need to settle getting a 7th member of the council there, and then figuring out who the new commissioner is.
I'll do it.
You want to co-commission there?
No. Not
Good.
really.
Look, I want to actively do it, and no one's stepped up for it, so I'm probably gonna be the co-commissioner of the PBEO. What were those guys doing?
They were just running in place.
Yeah.
Good
TLK
Alexis
runs the
glitches.
league. Hey TLK, have you considered becoming the commissioner of a league you don't play in?
Sure. I have a question. Do I have to do any work?
Yes.
You see, therein lies the rub. Can I just delegate everything?
Sure.
Okay. If I can delegate everything, I'm in.
TLK, stop doing this. I need your attention here.
Toasty, my attention is here. I have literally stopped everything but this league. I'm like to the point that a cardboard cutout will probably Menarahi with a great run. A cardboard cutout will likely be my
probably had the perfect career.
Yeah, but he's
For what
probably
he
my
was
last
meant
player for a while in the PBE.
That's fair. It'll be a shame to not have you around, but like we talk all the time anyway.
Dude, I talk to you 4 times a week.
At least.
At least. You're one of the few people who I talk to more regularly than anyone else. Talk to you more regularly than I talk to my parents.
That doesn't sound hard.
I call them every Sunday.
That's fair. That's good. Good on you. But lots of people don't talk to their parents very often. It's kind of hard for me to not talk to my parents very often. I do live in their house.
Right. I mean, just 4 times. I mean, yeah, if we were to do collective hours, I talk to him for about, let's see, we do 2.5 hours 3 times a week. So that's
2.5, and then like 3 to 4 on D&D nights. So like
Yeah.
around 10 to 11 hours a week.
Yeah, I talk to Phil a lot.
I got a job.
I know. Working at someone for your bowling league doing trophies.
No, not at all related to the bowling league.
Oh.
Well, my boss is someone who's on my team in the bowling league.
There we go. Hey, I knew it was related.
Yeah. Apparently he brought up that he needed a worker to my grandmother, and she was like, "Oh, Phil could do that." And then I'm like, "What?"
I get like 4 DMs from TLK a day. I thought I was special. Dust, you are special. I DM
Yeah,
you a lot too.
TLK doesn't DM me that often. To be fair, it's because I don't do anything, so he doesn't need to ask me questions.
Yeah, trust me, Dust, you and Toasty are 2 people I DM on an almost regular cadence.
My mother likes to do that to me too, Brad.
So Phil, I have a question. Since you now work at a trophy store, do you get sweet discounts?
I don't fucking know. I haven't started there yet.
Well, when you do, ask, because it would be fun to have championship for now.
God, that would be a pain.
Just 1 championship trophy mailed to the GM.
Mail the championship trophy to myself.
Yeah, so
Everyone in Season 2 has been invalid.
Alright, Scotty doesn't know is your offensive player of the game for 6 touchdowns. Sweet Pea, your defensive player of the game.
2 field goals.
That's a scoregami. 508. Wow.
Oh my god. We're a mass scoregami factory.
You know what I forget, but we're actually closing in on the NFL scoregami count.
That's actually fantastic. When did we hit 500? A while ago.
Last week? Week 3.
Right.
Week 3 we hit 500. I
You
know
know
that
what?
answer.
Next game, we have Vancouver hosting the Flamingos. Rainy with no winds.
Oh, this will be interesting.
You know what? Mingo Gang, here we go.
Thus, since you're here, I'm just going to let you,
Alright, I gotta go do a spot check on the pups, because they're making a bunch of noise, so I gotta make sure they're okay. Alright, I'll be back in just a little bit, everybody.
can you hear me now? Alright, so what I said was day game, fighter of the night game, champion of the sun. Master karate and friendship for everyone. Random $100 gift cards. Wow. Martinelli tackled for a loss by Boderman. 3rd and 7. Oxlong has time, finds Grayson. Oh well, got the squeeze in there, and Mike Oxlong is 1 for 1 for 11 yards. Oxlong back to pass, Blaze Boss. He's going to get to the 40. But so anyway, 500, 806 games to get to 500. DG, after tonight's done, can you just tell me how many games we have played? Just so this way, actually, can you just tell me how many games we'll have played after this? Because I want to put that in our infographic that will be dropping tomorrow. At some point.
I have to go to the bathroom if you could hang these up.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Alright, folks. I'm going to be waiting for Phil to come back, and I'm going to be hacking up laundry.
And they will definitely all be able to fit on one.
Yeah, I can see that. So I'm going to have... Hello, Wozy. How's it going? I'm going to have the audio open. No, Wozy, don't leave us as Grayson gets a touchdown. In my wife's put the laundry rack. There it is. We're doing the TLK folding laundry as Vancouver goes up 7-0. The average Jason Grayson scores. All right, Dust. That's fair. That's fair. I have earned that one. If he goes off this game, I will say I was completely and entirely wrong, and I regret all my choices of words that were said in the booth that night, that game. Fate Sabor will get the tackle. And Max Error is sacked by none other than Lovehammer. Loki was talking about how he didn't do anything, and there he is. Vancouver isn't about superstars, it's about spreading the love and the football. Not wrong. TLK, you seem lonely. No, I'm actually good. I'm just doing laundry while I'm doing this, and Phil had to step away for a minute to check on the dogs. So, I'm not lonely for long. No, I wonder if I can hear anything. Okay, cool. Check on Rizzo. Hydra actually just posted a picture of Rizzo. He is very cute as always.
I want that photo.
It was the same one I showed you earlier, honey.
That's not just posting.
Well, I posted it in a new spot. I heard Phil there. Phil, were you laughing?
No, that was me.
That was you. Rizzo's ears are the best. Rizzo is an adorable dog. How are you doing this fine evening, Toasty?
Good.
It's good. And the Flamingos get a much-needed stop. Rizzo Cam Wen. I told Tiger he's got to do it. I think right now it's not happening, just because he's got a couple of things in life, but it will happen. And Noble tackled for a loss there. And the laundry is all hung up. Let me just move the coat hanger. And there we
It's
go.
good to see the flamingos holding up here.
Yeah, honestly. Thomas Noble with a pitch. Short gain, though, and so it's 4th and 4. They're going to punt. This has been the thing. I mean, can we just talk about how stifling... Oh, I know why Toasty's echoing. Let me fix that. That's on me. I have my headphones out. So, let me plug my headphones back in. I might go deaf for a second. We shall see. It's more fun this way. Oh god, yes. Toasty, can you try saying something now?
Am I still echoey?
Okay, perfect. Toasty's God, that's why. I mean, I was talking about this beforehand. I was looking at, like, teams and sort of how they've done. Vancouver has allowed, like, an absurdly few points in this many games. They've allowed 16 total points. 16! That's not good. That's just... I think we may see something that is a dynasty that might rival the Wallabies.
Who have they all played so far this season?
They've played the Flamingos. They've played the Wallabies. I forget who else they've played. They played the Twisters. It's not like they've played only pushovers.
Venom.
Yeah. And that one's nearly picked. Is Valor still in Vancouver? Yes, Fidel Valor is. Grayson, my Miner's teammate. Oxlong short pass out to Grayson. And it's 3rd and 6. He's had 4 receptions on 5 targets for 26 yards. And one of them a touchdown. And that one's going to be deflected. 4th and 6. Flamingos get the stop, and they're bringing out Ito as a punter. Or rather, bringing out Ito the punter, not to be confused with Ito the kicker. And that one's going to Coffin. At the 4. And a safety.
Have we seen an uptick in safeties this season?
It's hard to gauge. I don't think so. Because if you remember last season, the Twisters defense just got a crazy number of safeties.
True.
Like, it never really felt like an uptick in that. And Lamar with a huge catch and run. Play action here. Archie Swift credited with the penalty, but they're going to decline it, and it's 2nd and 2. Martinelli, the pizza man, will get 10. To the 10, rather. I don't know if he got 10 there. 12. I was pretty close to him, I guess. Oxlong short pass nearly picked there as the route was jumped. Boderman, though, can't come down with it. Oxlong back to pass. Short one to Lamar. Franklin Lamar has scored a touchdown. It's 16 to nothing. We would have more ring if we won with the Toasty team. That's fair. Toasty, do you have any comments on that? Toasty silence tells me no.
Scorp. That's all I'll say.
I mean, what Scorp would say would be very incoherent to the English language.
You're not wrong.
And another stop. Flamingos can't get anything going on offense. All right, Toasty, I'm going to ask you for a prediction. Do you think the victorious Lions will do back-to-back undefeateds?
How do our standings look this season?
Well, so far they're undefeated. They've allowed 16 total points and scored the most points of any team. Vancouver's defense is a monster.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what.
I see this has not gone well for us.
I mean, here we go.
It also hasn't went bad.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not gone well, but again, you're going up a defense that in now, let's see, how many halves? 5. In 42 halves. No, that's not right.
5 times 4 is 20.
20. In 20 halves, I can do this. I was doing quarters for some reason. So 22 quarters.
Has given up 16 points.
Yeah. Total.
Oh. Okay.
They have scored as many points as they've given up all season thus far.
All right, I understand.
Their defense is really, really, really good. How are the Dogs? And a huge sack there by Weston East.
Yeah, I think they'll have an outlier game, but they have a really good chance of going undefeated.
Again.
Yeah.
Can we have Vancouver defense? Who's asking?
We have Vancouver defense. We have Vancouver defense at home.
Wosie's on the Knights.
Perfect. The Minnows? That's our minor league branch.
Fort Lauderdale Minnows.
Who was the baseball team again?
The Yellow Hammers. The Fort Junction Yellowhammers.
Should replace Knights.
But I love the Knights branding. I think it's one of the coolest brandings we have. And not
Yeah, the
just
Knights
because I
branding.
made it. Saba, how are you?
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I got hyped.
It's always fun when Saba stops in.
I know, I love it. Max error, but there's a
Ooh.
penalty. Hey, Phil. You did a thing.
Did a thing?
You did a thing.
What did I do?
You held.
Oh. Good.
Shame on you.
Saba, how have you been?
Execute Order 66. We're tanking, boys.
Fleming? Low-key been feeling a recreate. I'd love it. I mean, more than welcome to. We now have a really cool thing called the Portal. I'm not sure if you've seen it. It's really, really cool. We've made our super casual league even more super casual.
Yes, come back, Saba.
Martinelli runs it in. Has Dixie Kong retired?
No.
I was gonna say. Because that's why I was
Double
seeing
check.
Wosie's I'm
Let me
gonna
double
recreate
check.
too.
No. As of right now, no.
You know, I don't know. We'll see. They might go into a more portal isn't teleporting. Not quite. More like a one-stop shop to update, do your activity check, see how much TPE you have to spend, and then down the line manage depth charts, do all sorts of things.
You could say it's like teleporting because it is a dramatic leap in quality.
Ah. What season is Dixie Kong? And it's another fumble. Block your line recovers. Fake Sabor, though, credited with the sack and the fumble. Season 3? Oh, yeah, you might be. Also, since when are the Lions good? Saba, they're the defending champions. They went undefeated last season. You've missed a lot since you've been gone. Oxlong back to pass. And Boss will get a short gain there.
Is this our last game for the night?
One more. And, yeah, I tried to do it in alternating between good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, with the more likely to be blowouts later.
Okay.
Well, I will answer your question, Saba, with the Knights do have a perfect record right now. In fact, they've got a record that matches your first season with the Knights. They are very much in rebuild. Grayson. Averaging 11 yards a catch. And Blaze Boss. I built them so well. Well, okay, so I'm going to say this.
Oh god, that's never a good thing.
My wife is absolutely right. I sold the GM choice.
Well, also, you were kind of the centerpiece that kept everyone around.
Yeah, so here's what happened while you were gone with the Knights. The GM that you picked to replace you went inactive shortly thereafter. We finally got actually some really good GMs in Will 3 and Musha. But again, it's just a rebuild. I'll shoot you, after this, I'll shoot you their locker room invite so you can at least hang out there, as Ito's kick is good. Yeah, and I think they're good. I think they're going to get there. Obviously, right now it's just building and talking and everything. You deleted Discord. Oh. Well, this is going to be awkward. It's probably not a bad idea looking at how many Discord servers I have. I only use Toasty Alt now. That's fair. I'd say a comment, but I won't.
I still haven't found that Discord in it.
You still haven't found who the alt is from SBA? Not SBA, WBSL?
Oh, that's who it was?
Nope. I know who it was, but I can't tell you. That's Martinelli. He's going to take it to the house. So how's the business thing for Toasty going?
Business thing.
I don't know. It was a business competition thing.
I made it all the way to nationals and placed 11th in my Excel.
Wow. That's awesome. And Error is getting lit up now. AJ Green and the linebackers are coming in hot.
We're trying. We're trying.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's only so much you can do. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Alright, Saba, well, thank you for joining us. It was an absolute pleasure having you as always. I appreciate it. I always do love when you check in. Oh, that's cute. Well, if and I just got pictures from a friend's wedding. And a thank you card. Ah. It's Martinelli. Will get sacked by Ludacris, and so it's 39-0. Dust, if you're still here, what time are the Dev League games tomorrow?
2 a.m.
Oh, I mean, Scorp would have loved that. I don't know if Dust is still here. 2 p.m. Hey, you were close. And let's see, we've got the Vipers. That'll be fun. And Error's going to spike the ball to try and get some points on the board. And Lovehammer will get the sack, and that'll end the game, as Vancouver's going to kneel it. I think the Flamingos defense played really well tonight, though.
We held them under 100, boys. Well, actually, we held them under 40.
which really good considering that Vancouver has scored over the second most amount of points of any team, and by 1
A
point.
division is holy crap.
Yeah, A division is really good and really tight. B division is actually lined up really well, and then C division, it's aliens just curb stomping. Martinelli is
I
your
don't know.
offensive
The
player.
Venom are about to be the best 3-3 team we've ever seen.
Wait, TLK, you messed something up.
What did I
Now
mess
it's
up?
showing Lions have a loss.
Up. This is why. Huh. Hey.
We did it, boys! We won! We defeated them 0-39 by assembling Exodia.
Huh, something's up with the formula. I'll figure it out. 38 and 52 of all time. Alright. Who hosts who?
I think the Venom are hosting.
Venom are hosting? Venom are hosting.
Yeah, the Venom are hosting.
Cool. And since I'll ping the rush.
And the weather is clear, low winds. Yeah. All right, boys, the Mingos are on their way. Dang it. You've stolen victory from us. Yeah, league rigged. Mingos can't have nothing in this world. Sorry, pal. You know what you should be sorry to me for? My dog pooped in her fucking water bowl. It was one of those, like, continuously filling ones, too. Yeah. You can win next game. I hope so. I'd like to win next game. I don't know. No, he left. Don't worry, TLK. I'll say goodbye when I leave. Yeah, is what it is. TLK muted.
Alright, I'm gonna fix that hotkey because this is getting ridiculous.
What's the hotkey set to?
Delete. I'm gonna delete that hotkey. I just...
Are you?
Haha! Because I mute myself too much now, and it reduces stream quality, and I don't like doing that. I'll do it after this stream. I don't know. I think when I'm probably updating the scoregami thing, score sheets, but I don't remember pressing it. That's what makes me not understand. I hit backspace. I don't hit the delete key.
Why do you press delete so much? Well, you see, TLK is a genetic freak, and he's not normal.
Say all men are created equal. The second you said, "Can I use all caps?" I knew that was what you were going to do, but I didn't want to ask that if you're giving it away.
No, I didn't know it was in all caps before I checked. It's a beautiful copy pasta.
It is.
And it doesn't
And
have
mouse.
unlike some we've had to deal with in sim leagues.
Yeah. There are some copy pastas I actually probably will delete. One from the PBE, actually, that I will actually delete just unceremoniously.
Yeah, there like a copy pasta has to be wholesome, otherwise
Yeah,
you're
it's
just like being mean.
right. And so one of them, which funnily enough made fun of Colby, was targeted to someone else, and they asked people to cut it out. So I will always delete that one. And Pink Xiaopo. Zach Mouse. Wait, we're making fun of Colby now. I didn't say that. No, there's a copy pasta, Dust, I will send to you later. But
I don't remember any instance of Colby posting copy pastas. He just says shit.
he says shit which became a copy pasta in the PBE. Specifically him about expressing romantic interest about a GM of another team.
Oh god, right, that was him.
And so she has asked that we never do that one, so I will always delete that one indiscriminately.
Oh yeah.
And Phil!
It's high winds, dude. Oh, the Toronto defense, elite punt defense.
I'm now being investigated for the Pete Peters kicking stats. As the Rush have gotten off with a possible chance, Mason Jordan gives it Thunderball. Thunderball gets 5.
Just with the comment, I want to be serenaded by Colby.
Oy.
Look, we can say what we want about Colby, but he knew all of the stats.
He did. I mean, he was good in the booth.
Yeah. I mean, he's good at lots of Sim League related things.
Did I intercept is going to be met immediately.
You know who I like having in the booth more, though? I like having Chess in the booth.
Chess in the booth was great.
I wish we could get him in more often. PB Twitch moderator now?
Yo, that's hilarious.
Who is?
Colby.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Ironic. I still remember when we all shouted happy birthday during one of our playoff runs.
That was wild.
That was wild. Did we win that year? Was that the year we did it?
I think so.
Yeah, that was that and Gap. It's funny knowing that there are people who don't know I started that.
Oh, that was so great. Those playoff runs were fun.
They were until they weren't.
Jaleel
Hakeem
Hakeem
with the fumble recovery. Oh my god.
Venom are getting... Can we just talk about the Venom's bad luck this game? They've gotten to the red zone twice and have come back scoreless both times.
The Venom are going to be the best 2-4 team in league history.
Speaking of, let's see. I just want to check something really fast.
I will say the PBE does need Twitch moderation. Like, it's important.
We'd probably.
We probably need moderation, but to be fair, I am a mod, and if someone starts
So,
shit
I
up
mean, so is
game,
Dust, so am I.
yeah, we have a pretty high volume of mods here. Wozy, hey!
Alright, cool. Maybe. What do you think, Phil? You think we should raid after this or nah?
I don't see a reason we shouldn't
Okay.
particularly.
Then we shall raid.
It'll be a funnily small raid, just considering it's a fun Friday stream.
PBE stream when? Oh man, that was. I love Toasty. That was one of my favorite moments. Phil, were you there for that?
Oh, I might have been. I don't remember.
So Toasty was. No, it was last season, so you definitely weren't.
Okay.
So Toasty was simming because, funnily enough, starting I think next week, Toasty and I are going to be alternating. Yes. But so I think I'm going to be doing Fridays, and we're going to alternate Wednesdays, and he's got Mondays. But so anyway, so he wanted to raid into the PBE, but he did PBE stream instead of PBE sim.
Oh god.
So we went into some random offline channel that hadn't been online since DG. How long had it not been online for? A while. So. Oh gosh, yeah, exactly. Years. The PBE stream, a classic. Alright. Yeah, we'll do that one. And that one's going to be complete. When you stream in GG. Yeah, that's fair. Wide open downfield. I think JQ, the man who broke it last time, is going to break it again. JQ has been, like, honestly one of my favorite players. Give me like 20 years and I'll stream. That's fair. Well, DG, when we hit our 22nd year anniversary, I'm holding you to that.
I'd imagine. In 20 years, we'll have a whole bunch of actual real-life second-generation users.
That's... God. If we're going 20 years strong, I'll be amazed. One, because that means either my wife hasn't killed me or left me yet.
Are you saying that if your wife left you, you'd quit siblings?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Probably before then, because she would have given me an ultimatum.
That's fair.
That's not a bluff I'm gonna call. Nor do I
Yes.
think it would actually be a bluff. That's not a risk I'm gonna run, is probably the better way to put it.
Yeah. GG said bet.
Alright, I've got him down. Remind me, 20 years.
Yeah, in 20 years. Oh, God.
Alright, as we hit our second half.
I'm still doing sim leagues in 20 years.
Dude, I'll be 50 if I'm doing sim leagues in 20 years.
Yeah, I'll be in my 40s, fuck. Maybe by then I'll have a driver's license.
Still wild to me you don't.
I have a learner's permit, but
That's
I
fair.
didn't need to drive anywhere for 2 years.
That's fair.
We're getting me signed up for like consistent driving lessons, so we're gonna get my license this year.
There we go.
100%. Also because I need to drive myself to work at some point.
Yeah, that's a good thing just to have.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. It would have been a higher priority. I'm also getting my wisdom teeth taken out on the
Nice.
10th next month.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited to not have my wisdom teeth. And then we'll be looking at like either braces or like Invisalign or something to get my teeth in order. I actually have a snaggle tooth. You might have actually seen it in some of the pictures.
I might have. I never noticed if so.
Yeah, my right upper canine is kind of like out of place.
Ah.
Yeah, it's been like pushed up. I have a very thin jaw. Not much room for my teeth.
Mouse gets close. It's 3rd and 1. Credit to the rush defense. They're hanging.
I mean, it helps that they've had some absolutely titanic plays and blocked and defended a field goal perfectly.
There's another costly drop.
Uh,
They're going for it. DG is the happiest man alive right now. They may have had a turnover on downs, but they weren't cowards.
you know what, TLK? It's theoretically possible for us to have a game that lasts 20 years.
Theoretically, but there's a certain point where I just get angry. And also, I work for a living. This is not my full-time job, thank God.
Just let it run. Give me control of your computer.
I'd call it.
There are websites that let you do that, where it'll be like, hey, give me remote access to your computer. It's how some people scam people.
Yeah. Thunderball with
Would
a
you
short
trust
game.
me with remote access to your computer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably trust you with remote access to my computer.
I've known you this long, and what a punt! Who needs a
Did they
blocked
just-
punt when
Wait,
it
did-
goes backwards?
Punt for negative yardage.
Yup.
I
Well-
think they just won the game.
Bonnerman punts are fun, wild, and crazy.
I think that the Rush just won the game. I don't think I can say they lost after that. They're playing a whole different sport than we are.
Cortez gets it. Had some distance sidestep out of bounds, though. Lost the battle, won the war. Mason Jordan, back to pass, hit while throwing. Phil, I'm about to say something really wild because this is not a score I think anyone predicted. But
Is 7-0 scoregami?
no, it's not a scoregami.
Thank God.
But the Rush are holding their own against the Venom. It's a one-score game, which means fours in chat.
I think that the Rush might be the best 0-5 team we've ever seen.
Swear to God. As Mason Jordan is sacked there, Frost sucks, gets him.
Look, we got new memes in the mail this season, okay? I'm gonna use them.
Absolutely. Deep bomb, incomplete. It's 4th and 15. They're going to punt.
All right, it's time. It's time, Toronto. Do it.
Phil
They
is
didn't do it
disappointed.
again. I'm a little disappointed.
Now, I should actually check to make sure what I want to raid into is still online, because boy would that suck if it wasn't. Still online, good. there are two options. We could do the Hockey Sim League, which has 31 people. Oh God. Sorry about that, folks. There was an ad for something. I don't know what.
This is why I mute every site I ever get on.
So we have two options, and I will let you people decide. Which is we have the the Great One Hockey League, Sim League, which we can raid into, which has about 30 people watching right now. Or, which has one person watching right now, we can raid into Mostradamus. If you don't remember Mostradamus, he was the guy who interviewed me on the League Crawler podcast. What are we feeling?
I like hockey.
Alright, hockey it is. As Mouse takes it to the house!
Oh, there it goes. Mouse refuses to potentially lose this game.
And he is going to break 100 yards rushing. Is he the guy I scam on PBE? Wozy, who is that? Who do you scam? How do you scam them? I don't know. What's their username? The one with the dog profile picture. Wozy, that limits it down to so little. Is it Cregan? I don't think so. And Thunderball with a huge catch. John something. Wozy, this is the most vague information I have ever gotten. Downfield pee pee poo poo. God, I love that name. It's so terrible. It's wonderful. Was he on the... No, then it's not the same person. Because he's... I don't think he's in the PB. I always try to rate it after streams, though. I usually forget.
John Stradamus? What?
No, it's... Oh my god, DG.
Is that actually the PBE logout link?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. Maybe... All right, let me just delete that message. How do I do that?
Phil, it's like 3 people here.
Oh, yeah.
Turnover on downs. That'll do it. End
Look,
around to
you-
Botterman loses yard. Sanjay Watt.
I should probably know how to do things. Yo, okay, that's how I do it. DG has 5 timeouts? Yeah, the login code part.
Mouse.
It's always, like, I've been gotten by it a fair few times.
Oh, same.
Yeah, DG, you have 5 timeouts. I don't know why.
Probably Scorp when I gave him control. I think Scorp is still a mod.
I got banned from Crab's chat.
How did you get banned
'Cause
from
I would prank them.
I thought it was hilarious.
The
Also,
logout thing was very funny pretty consistently to me.
and Eugen Wozy was a crab legend. Eugen? How do you pronounce that? I never asked.
I don't know.
So was Detective Wooloo. Wooloo.
Oh,
Alright.
that was a Crabs legend. You know who else was a Crabs legend? Barack Obama.
That's true. Zach Mouse, your offensive player of the game, 420, your defensive.
You gotta watch Ace of the Diamond? Yo, that... I'm up to date on the manga, man. I check it whenever a chapter updates.
All right, let's do a raid, folks.
Yeah.
And thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow with our minor leagues at
14
2
and-
p.m.
14-0 has only happened twice before, huh? That's weird. All right. Woo! Bye, everybody.
Gonna do the raid, and then I'll end the stream.